Okay, let's talk about AI coding assistants. What if you had one that didn't just suggest code, but felt like it was literally reading your mind? That's the big promise behind what we're looking at today, Supermaven. It's a tool built around one single obsessive idea, speed. And we're going to dive into how that obsession with lag might just change the way you code for good.
You know that feeling, right? You're totally in the zone, the code is just flowing, and then, bam, the AI suggestion pops up, but it's like 3 seconds behind your brain. It's not just annoying, is it? It's a total concentration killer.
Someone put it perfectly. Using a slow AI, it's like trying to have a conversation with someone over a satellite phone. You know that weird, awkward delay that just kills the entire rhythm? Yeah, that. Supermaven wants to be the exact opposite. It's aiming for that face-to-face chat feeling, where everything is instant, seamless, and just in sync.
And that delay, it's not just a minor irritation. It literally yanks you out of your flow state. You know, that magical place where you're completely absorbed in doing your best work? Suddenly, the very tool that's supposed to be helping you, well, it becomes the biggest distraction in the room.
All right, so this is exactly the problem Supermaven was built to solve. It's an AI assistant with one single-minded mission: kill the latency. Preserve that flow state no matter what. So what is Supermaven at its core? It's a code completion tool, sure, but it's one with a serious obsession: speed. The whole point is to give you autocomplete suggestions faster than anyone else out there. So fast, in fact, that it almost feels, well, telepathic.
Okay, get ready for this number. 300,000. That's the size of Supermaven's context window in tokens. And that massive capacity, that's the secret sauce. It's what allows it to be not just blazing fast, but really, really smart too.
So what does a giant context window actually do for you? Well, think about it like this. Most AIs are just reading the last paragraph you wrote. Supermaven, it's reading the entire book. Because it understands your whole code base, not just a file you're in, it can see the big picture. It gets the complex patterns, which means the suggestions it gives you are way more accurate and genuinely helpful. The big question, then, is how? How does Supermaven pull off this kind of speed? Well, it's not magic. It comes down to some really smart, deliberate choices they made right from the start.
It's basically a 3-part strategy to crush latency. First, you've got super fast inference. Just think of that as the AI's brain working at incredible speeds on custom hardware. Second is that huge context window we just talked about, which feeds the brain all the right information. And third, it integrates natively into your IDE, like VS Code or JetBrains, so there's absolutely no friction. And here's the proof in the pudding. We're talking suggestions delivered in under 100 milliseconds. I mean, that is literally faster than you can blink. And that's why it feels so instant, so seamless.
Okay, so it's crazy fast. But does that mean it's the right tool for you? Well, that really depends on what you value most, because with these tools, there's almost always a trade-off.
And the choice really boils down to this. Are you looking for pure, raw, unadulterated speed? Or do you want a tool that's packed with features, like an integrated chat and all the bells and whistles? Supermaven makes its choice very clear. It is unapologetically all about performance. So let's see how Supermaven actually stacks up against the big players. As you can see, it absolutely leads the pack on speed and context size. But then you have alternatives, right? Codeium is a great option if free is your top priority. Cursor goes all in on being a fully integrated AI-first editor. And of course, Copilot is still the popular do-everything generalist. The best one for you? It's really going to come down to what you need day to day.
So who is this really for? If you're the kind of developer who gets physically annoyed by lag, this is for you. If you're a professional who knows that your flow state is sacred and needs to be protected at all costs, yeah, this is for you. It's for anyone who puts performance above all else.
But you know, Supermaven's intense focus on performance, it's about more than just this one tool. It might actually be pointing to a much bigger shift in what we're all starting to expect from the tools we use every day.
So let's boil it all down. The key takeaways for Supermaven are pretty simple. 1, it's all about that ultra-fast code completion to keep you in the zone. 2, that massive 300K token context makes its suggestions genuinely smarter. And 3, it's built from the ground up for developers who demand peak performance.
And all of this leaves us with a really big question, doesn't it? As we get used to this kind of instant, almost telepathic response from our coding assistants, is this about to become the new standard, the new baseline for all our developer tools? Because if it is, well, that could change absolutely everything.